Hi Fly Girls! I want to make a quick video for you. I had some questions recently from girls that have bought their kits and they're using LipSense for the first time. Their questions are about the exfoliation process and the color not lasting as long as they had hoped. So this is what I want to talk about are a few things. Hydration, how you're applying your LipSense, how to deal with the exfoliation process. So first thing I want to say right off the bat is hydrate, okay? Because even though this is probably going to come down to a lot of how you're applying it, where you might be having issues with your color, one thing that I know for sure, especially after years of working as a holistic health coach, is that people do not hydrate enough. They're not drinking enough water during the day. So if you find that you have really dry or chapped lips, hydrate. Drink lots of water, okay? It's good for you, ladies. And the older we get, the less in tune we are with our thirst signals. So hydrate. Drink your water, okay? The other part of this is how you're applying your LipSense. So 3 coats. Always want to do 3 coats of color when you're applying it. When you take the applicator out of the tube, scrape it on the edge because you want to apply thin layers. So not only do you want 3 layers, you want to apply thin layers, okay? The other part of this is to let the layers dry between coats. That's really important too. Typically with colors, it's about 10 seconds, but some colors may need a longer time. If it's a thicker matte type color, if it's a dark color, it may need a little bit more time to dry between coats. I wore berry before and it took about 20 seconds, maybe even 30 seconds for it to dry between coats. Okay, now that's worth it. I mean, it seems like it's a long time, but it's worth it when you don't have to reapply it, right? Or your color stays on all day. So if you take a couple minutes to do your LipSense every morning, you know, just it's a couple minutes out of your day. That's it. So it's worth it. That's the important thing. So 3 layers, thin layers, let it dry enough between coats. Hi, you talking? You have some tips for the girls? Okay, so the other part of this is scrubs. So I've had some questions about how to use lip scrubs. This is really easy. You can just use coconut oil or olive oil and some sugar and just scrub it on your lips and you've got some natural exfoliation right at home, okay? And you can use a warm washcloth with that. I would not recommend doing that right before you're going to apply color because oils will stay on your lips, like coconut oil, olive oil. Although they're very good for your lips, I use it. In fact, today, no makeup, okay? It's just my glossy gloss. I did my face scrubs today. I did my lash extend. I'm planning on doing a castor oil hair treatment. I'll do a video on that for you sometime in the near future. But anyways, with your scrubs, just don't do it right before you're going to put on your lipsticks because that oil will be on your lips and then the color's not going to adhere as well as it could if you hadn't done that. So do your lip scrubs at night, like before you're going to go to bed, and do your glossy gloss before you go to sleep. You're going to wake up, your lips are going to be super soft, your color is going to adhere to your lips and last all day. So that exfoliation period that happens when you're using the LipSense initially can last a couple of weeks on average for most people. Sometimes it's a little bit longer, sometimes it's shorter for some people. It depends on a few things. Are you hydrated? And how addicted are you to using chapsticks and lip balms? A lot of us have done that since we were very young, using chapsticks, and we have that coat of wax built up on our lips. Our lips have to exfoliate that off, and it can't do that until you stop using products that have wax in them. So when you're using LipSense, your lips will start to break down that layer of wax and it will start peeling off. Now when that's happening, your color may not last as long as you hoped. So the colors, we guarantee them to last 4 to 18 hours. I find with mine they last all day into the next day. I have to make it a point to wash it off. But I've not been dependent for many years on chapsticks. I've used olive oils and coconut oils. I still went through a little bit of that exfoliation period in the beginning, but it only lasted maybe a week or 2 for me. So just hang in there. If you're brand new to using it, that exfoliation period will clear up. But if your lips are dry, if they're peeling, if you're new to using it, it's just going to take a little bit of time. So a little bit of patience goes a long way. But for most women, this doesn't become a nuisance for them, and they you know, I just wanted to let you know that it's short-lived. It will get better, and your colors will last longer than just midday, because I've heard from a couple of you it's only going midday. So those are the things that I can probably think off the top of my head that might be causing that. So it could be if you're not applying it correctly, or if your lips are dry and you're not hydrating, or if you're going through that exfoliation period from when you used to use a lot of chapsticks and stuff. If you're using any kind of chapsticks or lip balms or other lip products on your colors, that will also break it down. So don't use other products when you're wearing your LipSense colors. In general, don't, because otherwise you're just going to keep that layer of wax there, right? So generally speaking, you want to just not use that stuff anymore. Just get rid of it. Throw it out of your purse and use your glossy gloss. So 3 layers when you're applying, thin layers when you're applying. Let them dry between coats. Use your glossy gloss, okay? Especially in the beginning, you're probably going to want to use more of it than you need to. Or, I mean, not more of it than you need to, but more of it than you would once your lips are done exfoliating. For me in the beginning, I had to use my glossy gloss quite a few times during the day. Now I use it maybe twice a day, and that's it, and the color lasts all day for me. So I don't have any issues with that. One of the colors that I had problems with myself, I had hazelnut, which is kind of a thicker matte color. It's darker, and so I had not used thin enough layers, and I didn't give it enough time to dry between coats, and I noticed that it was caking up and coming off halfway through the day, and so I realized I hadn't applied it right myself. So those are the things, these are the tips and tricks that I know off the top of my head right now that I can share with you. I hope it helps. Feel free to ask me any other kinds of questions. Okay, ladies, I'm here for you. Thanks for watching. Have a good day. Bye. Mwah. Say bye. Bye.